Hello, everybody. Welcome back up here. And I want to say thank you guys for the comments. Today I made that video. That was a questions from Pallavi here at the channel. So that was, I believe, that was a kind of like a very good for it. If you kind of like seeing it that it's more spiritual, that's what it was. And as I promised a while back, I even asked you guys to tell me what is going to be the best time to be live here, but only kind of like a few people replied in there, and uh, I just picked it up today. So it is a good. The questions was great in there, and again, I want to say thank you to Pallavi. And if you guys have some any more questions, concerns, or anything, here is the email above, and so on. A lot of going on. You're probably not feeling it yet, but up here where I'm at, I start to feel the energies of the release. And today's going to happen a lot of things. Divine timing, the planets are doing what you're doing. At the same time, the authority seeks the balance. So, as the moon is going to be joining overnight, it's been joining at Uranus in there. As soon as that kind of like a merge begins to comes in, the inner work, which is early in the morning, in there is in Gemini, and that early in the morning, talking about 5 o'clock in the morning, there. Soon as after that, at 6 o'clock, Saturn is going to be releasing Jupiter. The stagnancy is going to be over. You're going to feel in it like the energies is releasing. Why it's releasing? Because you did some work on yourself. You did portions in there. Things are going more freely. They're not as it was so stagnant for. Only thing you're going to be paying attention is that today, Jupiter is going to be square the merge between Mercury and the true Lilith. Basically, zip it up the truth from within that prevents you to grow. Some of you is going to be seeking at that. This is going to be kind of like interesting energies, but at the same times we have what? The authority. The sun is entering Libra. And with this energies that it's so much shifts happen at the same time, pretty much, you're going to begin to feel on it this positiveness, this energies that it's coming. And you're going to see that that energy of the moon joining Uranus, that is going to be this divine energies towards Venus. And this kind of like an energies is what I was talking about, that you're gonna see in it when a Venus is coming into the end of Libra, the sun is gonna go there. But before that, we are gonna have the new moon that it's gonna be at Libra, very powerful. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be powerful, but for the right reasons, guys. So don't think about it that like, yeah, okay, we're gonna have a few sunny days and so on and so on. Things are going forward. The only thing is that stagnancy and these restrictions are not theirs anymore. You finally find answers that you need to find it from within yourself. So with that being said, here is the picture as the moon, and this kind of like a presentations of the universe, but universe where? The universe here. We're talking about the tree of life there. When the things are going and they're coming, we are waiting for the new day that comes in. For the new day that comes in to have that growth. And at the same time, the moon, the intuition, understanding of her cooperations within the authority in there. It's not about submissive, it's about cooperation. And with this energies that's going to be meeting at Uranus is like finally getting it to the positions inside of yourself, because Uranus is retrograde. You did a very nice review with this in there, And with that review is going to be taking us out. But at the end of the day, the moon is going to be moving into Gemini. We are going to be going back into this fighting within duality. Do you believe? Do you don't believe? And so on and so on. And this is this things that when you're going forward, you're always looking back. But when you look back, use it only as a reference. Don't bring a past situations. Don't bring a past things inside of it because when you bring this past, you make the past alive, and you are reliving the past again. And this is going to be one of the things at the end of the day that you need to do. But the beginning of the day, you are going to be feeling a lot of shifts. All of a sudden, it's like, wow. Okay. So that's how this is wow. It's the same as this picture is wow. I love when I see it, the sundown like this up here. It's very similar. And it's kind of like a looking good. Things are looking good. All right. Here's what happened is at 5 o'clock in the morning. There, as you see it, Saturn is squaring still Jupiter of this positions too. That is that midheaven up here with the moon and Uranus. They are like 1 degree apart from each other. And as that energy is going at 6 o'clock, now the midheaven, it's checking out that work with Saturn is done. Because Jupiter at this 6 o'clock is not there anymore. And as if you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're going to be looking at these communications. We need to communicate about this growth. We need to communicate about this deal. We need to talk about and finishing these things that it needs to be done. Okay? And all of a sudden it's Sunday. You cannot thinking about business on Sunday. Your business should be focused within yourself. And since this kind of like energy is going to comes in, it's going to be a present into you, unfinished stuff that you haven't finished it, it's going to be kind of like you don't want to talk about it, especially if it's that is about work. You don't want to talk about work on a Sunday, right? But if you look at it within yourself, you don't want to talk about it. Certain things that rise up. Because when someone shows you the truth within you, you don't want to talk about it, right? But that is the place that you need to talk about it. That is the power of the true Lilith that it comes in. It says like you need to talk about this. You can't just be zipping it up. You're not maturing that way. So with this interesting energies in the morning, for you're going to be looking at the day ahead. And as I said here, that's what this union here, the moon and Uranus will be. That's going to be pointing out towards Venus. Powerful energy, very powerful. At the same time, Chiron, it is pointing out towards Mercury and the true Lilith. Says communicating with this. You're going to heal with this. You don't worry about it. You're going to have to tell things that they are the way they are. Okay, and this is what makes you to living with that energy, because that energy is also going to be connecting to the moon and Uranus. It's about the intuition. Is going to tell you. Universe is going to be, come on, it's pushing it up, right? But if you're holding it so much, because Saturn is going to be holding of that energy still in there, you're going to feel like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to discuss it right now. I don't want to see it at this. Okay, so you have to pick it up the choice, because some things you don't have to talk about it. They're only to talk about it from within your internal self. But if there is things that you need to talk about it, to release, to let it go, and so on and so on, sure, why not? It's not about venting, it's not about this. Because sometimes when you're talking to people, you kind of like releasing what from you, and the other person pick it up. Now they're holding your luggage. Okay, it is about you to talk on a place of understanding. It's like, I don't want you to take this heaviest on you. I'm just navigating properly these processes inside of me. And I understand it. I go through these situations and so on, whatever that is. All right. So with that energy there at 7 o'clock, the sun is rising. For it's 29 degrees 44 minutes in Virgo still with that positions, but you're gonna feel that energy since the ascendant is the beginning of Libra. It's gonna be pointing out the energy when the sun is coming. So once the sun is coming up here at Libra, this trines here and this kite is gonna get much more balanced because maybe you are flying in one wing or another side. You know, kind of like at the kite. It's nice when it just stays there and it goes up and up and up and up, but it doesn't do these swings left and right, and it's hard to control, right? So this is what actually is going to happen with the energies, paying attention of this Mars. He's still not quite right in there. And Cancer, it's doesn't like emotions, doesn't like to be vulnerable. Maybe that's what you need. Okay, the hard thinking, the right thing is always the same thing. All right. 8 o'clock, midheaven is going to be with that Mars as we talk about it. The ascendant is going to be with Lilith. You already know these energies. It's kind of like repeating itself over and over and over, and you're like, I'm sick and tired of this energy, Dio. Yeah, I am too. Okay, it's not that I'm not. For dealing with the same situation, past, present, and the future, and you're dealing with the things when they come to you. It is what it is. Hands down, it is what it is. Problem comes in, you deal with it. Not what you're playing in the mind games within you about this, about that, and so on and so on. No, you get the things done at the time that get in there. Okay, so things comes up, you deal with them. Because if you're living on the fear of the future, you investing portions of your energy towards those fears, and guess what's gonna manifesting? Your fears. There's two things that can happen in life: things that you want so much, or things that you are afraid so much. Choice is yours, right? So this is gonna comes in kind of heavy energies too, but at 9 o'clock as Venus is still a little bit below the ascendant. In the next hour, she's going to be rising up, and the moon is going to be moving out into pretty quick into Gemini. These divine energies that is going to comes in at the midheaven with Cancer, they're going to be related to that love. What is that about relationships in a family? Well, relationships you have with your father, mother, brothers, grandfathers, and so on and so on. But if you have to look at it something else, if you have to look at it within that spiritual love within yourself, which is this Uranus and Neptune it's calling for, because they're both retrograde spiritual season, right? Look at it in that energy. This is kind of like here. It's your last thing that you need to do, because after that you're gonna have to deal with something else, because Venus is gonna be entering Scorpio. Okay, and this cardinal changes that needs to be done, because take a look. The midheaven, it's at the end of Cancer. Pluto is at the end of Capricorn. Venus is at the end of Libra. It's ending cardinal changes. You are relieved, you decide to make cardinal changes, you decided to go ahead and do what you have to do to go forward. You decided, and wherever it's forward for you, that's what the forward is for you. But you decide to move in forward. And that release of Saturn is going to be properly coming up. You may be not making full commitment yet to yourself, but you're going to be able to do it down the road. All right, divine time, right? You're taking that wisdom that's going to be at the midheaven at Leo. It's about like, it's time to talk. It's time to fix this. It's time. It's divine time. Enough is enough. And you're seeing it here as the moon and Uranus, they're coming as the Venus is rising within the ascendant. That particular energy is going to come in and hit you right in the face. But you're not going to be working with that energy. You're going to be dealing with that energy later on. So here is what my advice to you is. Seize the energies, but don't react on that too early. Okay? Fight until the final. You just if you're going into a cross track to go ahead and running, okay, you see that the people are behind you, and you kind of like, oh, okay, I can slow down a little bit, and that's what everyone wants. And this is why sometimes you will fail. Just keep on going with the same speed you're going, cross that final line in there, and here you go, getting into that success. All right. And this is what is going to be that empowerment from that Leo's energies, this striving, go forward. It's like, the lion has to win at the end, right? Yeah, I guess there is a lot of Leos up here too. So, and you also have a Leos in your chart. Seeking it within that energies right now is power, empowerment. Okay. All right. Talking about 11 o'clock, midheaven, it's still at Leo. And Pluto and Neptune have these divine energies. We already saw them yesterday too. And combining with all this right now, this kind of like a pentagram that it's coming, it is about to pick you from the ground and raise you up. Okay? Maybe whatever it is, fall off, whatever. Maybe you fall down, you tripped, and so on and so on. Okay, good, great. Get up. And with that getting up, it is about the divine energy is going to be kind of like giving you a boost shot of divine energies of love inside of you. You're going to be feeling it like, where does this love came from? I mean, what the heck happens to me? All of a sudden, I'm in love. I'm shining. I'm a this. I'm a that. It's the divine. You're trying to pinpoint it, but it's the divine. You think that it's from other people or somebody's in love with you, so this and that. No, it's the divine. Okay. So without the energies here, this is what is about. Don't fight the universe. We talk about this. You get a little bit heads up and so on, and then it's like, look at me, who I am. I got this protections. I got these energies. I got these powers, and so on. And then it's like, don't worry about it. I got it. I ain't got nothing. And this is what some of this energies, as we're talking about the previous hour, it fails. Some of the Leos, you guys know where you failed. Fell in the love. You get in at the beginning, everything is good and right, and then all of a sudden, what happens at the end? Your understanding is your fault, right? And then you see it that you should have done something else. All that is happens with everyone that wants admirations and dictatorships. It's normal. That's where we're learning this at the fifth age. Okay, that's the kids. The kids, they want to dominate it. Can't just dominate it. You're learning to cooperate it, and to cooperating with. All right. Talking about 12 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be close to Mercury, as I see it here. Mercury and the true Lilith, they're coming together. You don't want to talk for some of the things you went through it. Kind of like, I went through hell and I don't want to talk about it. All I want to do is just go to bed. Some of you, that's what you need. Some of you, that's what you're going to do. And this energy is going to be helping you to recovery of some of the things that you went through. And if you had a hard times and so on with these changes and these things inside of it within yourself, sure enough, take the break. You deserve it. Okay? And the divine is going to help with this. As you see it here, this divine energies towards Chiron, they are working with the ascendant that is at Scorpio. We're going to see those similar energies as the Venus is going there. That is going to be this actual healing of whatever you went through. Okay? But that's going to take about pretty much like a month to get to that point. With that, we're going to have to deal with some totally different situations of learning how to maintain the balance within. This is gonna be a tough one. All right, talking about this balance within, here it's that 1 o'clock, the sun, it's still at the last intimacy of Virgo. Okay, and with this energies in there, you standing against this Neptune and against North Node. Some of you standing on your own way. You know, it's like you open the door and you're just standing there, and it's like, come on, move. Oh no, I don't want to move. I just want to stay here. It's beautiful. I can feel the breeze from the outside to the inside and inside to the outside, and I'm cool up here. Yeah, but you're blocking the road. Who cares, right? Blocking the road. You're blocking the flow, blocking the energies. Until the energies, the wind is so strong that comes in and knocks you off. That is going to come from this moon. The moon, it's going into Gemini, and the sun is going to be moving in the next hour. You're going to see it. It's going to be already in Libra. This is going to be this beautiful trine. You're going to feel these beautiful energies here, particularly this ones. Let's be a friends and have a balance. Stop fighting. Let's do the things right. And this is going to be this transformations and Neptune that it's going to comes in. This is a when you're going to be talking about internally in yourself to be friendly within the oppositions and the fights from within you. As I said, take your demons to your coffee, makes them a friends, and tell them, if I need you, I will call you. Okay? You need to sit down to understand you're creating those demons. You're the one who can transform them to something else. So with that energies up here, you're going to be seeing it in the next hour as the sun. It's already at the 1 minute of Libra. Happy birthday, Libras. There, the midheaven that is there at Libra, it is trining Jupiter. With all these energies up here, and the ascendant that is at its Sag is going to trigger this duality, but it's going to point out up here. That's what I was talking about. And now Jupiter is going to be calling Chiron. It's like, hey, Chiron, why you not here? Well, I'm not here because my thing doesn't want to talk. You know, if you have a guardian angel and Jupiter asking your guardian angel what's happening, and they don't want to talk, they don't want to heal, they don't want to look at this, they don't want to communicate on this. And Chiron is going to be like, go on, trigger that truth. And pay attention into this because those patterns are very powerful and critical at the same time. Because as the energies is going to go from the Sag, it's going to go to the midheaven, it's going to go to Jupiter. The growth doesn't happen when everything is okay. It happens when the things are tough, rough, unpleasant. And the way you handle them, that's how it shows up, you grow. All right, more duality. If you had not had enough, more duality is coming. And this is the ascendant that is going to be at the last degrees of Sag, squaring the Sun and Neptune. Of course, you're not seeing certain things, but Venus pointing out what you need to see. You see, the Sun and the one side is at the end. You're the authority. You're holding this kite in there, right? But you have to see the tip of the kite. Where does it go? You're the one who is ruling it. And now this energy from the moon in Uranus together with Pluto, a lot of transformations, a lot of awakening. It's probably going to be up to the roof things inside, particularly that hour, because the divine energies, they're going to come in. And right in here, everything is going to be just happen too fast. Like you're going to be turning 180 degrees of what you've been thinking. You're going to be getting it with the divine so fast. You're just going to be like, how could have been So dumb, stupid, and so on. You can call your names in there, and you see it. Now, this is the divine timing. Okay. Those energies are particularly great because they're going to be working between what's going on the earth and the friendshipness. As that points out towards Venus, that is about do the things with love, not because do it with the love. Build that things with love, slowly but with love. All right. Next hour, we are talking about is going to be at 4 p.m. There. Again, divine energies all over the place. That's going to come from Jupiter and Chiron there, triggering Mercury again. The communications. I'm tired of talking about this Mercury and true Lilith. If you're not true to yourself, you already know how bad you feel when you have to holding everything and spend time, effort, energy to keep this untruth within you so nobody can know about it. How's your life goes that way, right? But right now, it's the time for you to let it go because right now you understand you make yourself sick, right? That was from that full moon energies that is been. So, hi Curry, when unexpected money in my hand. Why everyone looks for the money but they don't work? Okay, everyone has money problems. Currently, everyone has a lot of money problems. They have money problems because they don't resolve the problem up here. It's not about the money. Some people you can give them millions and they can just spend them for 5 minutes and they're gonna say the next day, "I don't have money." Some people they know they have to go to work. They can make a little money, but they know how to manage it, even invest it. So it's totally different about it. But right now it's about changing within personalities in there. If you need to have some money and so on, and you have money problems, what do you need to do? Roll up your sleeves and get to work. However it is. Okay? And maybe the situation is going to be calling for it. Maybe the situations is, I mean, I know that economically wise, currently the world is very stagnant. Particularly, I was looking the financial situations of Europe up here, and don't look good. But it is what it is. They're not good all over the world, pretty much. So with this being said, I'm gonna go back into the astrology. What do you do with the money of others? If you have to go back to you, that midheaven at Scorpio. You would like someone to give it to you. You don't have to deal with nothing, everything to be given and so on and so on. And when it's time to get to work, guess what? You don't like that, right? So the ascendant that is at Capricorn, where the work is, it is squaring the south node, and the south node, it is squaring Mars. Mars is squaring the north node. So imagine yourself, you're going to work, and everything is good on the first days and in the bosses and so on. And since you have problem with emotional attachments in there, you want everyone to pay attention to you. So everyone, they should be agreeing with you if you don't work or this and so on and so on. And you're not coachable, right? And you're trying to get more emotionally with the boss because that way the boss can take care of you. So the boss can like you in there. Yeah, but the boss knows about you. And they kind of like move you a little bit and then, oh, the boss is wrong, he doesn't like me, and so on and so on. Are you looking up yourself? And this is that triggers that can comes in so strong for, and be mindful about this. This is kind of like a pure form of self-sabotage. But the ascendant is going to be showing you that if you learn, nobody can stop you. If you go to Saturn, which is the wise man, okay, in the charts, that energy is going into the midheaven, and guess what? It's going back to Mercury. Yeah, you need to talk about this because you can change so many jobs and so on, but if in every job your boss is fault, you have to look at it, the boss in you, who that boss is. It's not easy, but that's what it needs to be. All right, talking about the next hour, 5 p.m., okay? The ascendant is with Pluto. Powerful, powerful energy. The only thing is they're squaring Venus. Venus still has to go ahead and do something there. Something with the love is not healed. Maybe your traumas, maybe situations. There is something is not quite right. And she needs to find it where? In the hidden kingdom, in the underworld. And this is what she's preparing it to do that for. Midheaven, there is a red Sag is going to be opposing the moon. You're going to have these duality energies. But currently the moon, it's a part of these kites. Those are the two kites coming together if you're following the blue lines too. And she is knowing that the only way through this is the friendshipness. But the friendshipness first is where it's built inside of you. You deciding to be a friend with someone because of something that you feel within you. And that energy, particularly with the sun, it is about you decide to be a friend with the authority. Now, with all these cooperations in there, you're going to be able to navigate these intense energies a little bit more proper, more powerful from within yourself. All right, 6 p.m. As you see at the midheaven energies here at Sag, dealing with this duality, you're like, Tio, we saw them, we know them, what are you? It's pointing out here, guys. Mercury, communications. How you talk, when you talk, and be mindful how you talk to others and so on. Particularly, you're probably going to be at home at this time. Don't create pressures that doesn't need it. Don't create that. The only person who creates pressures at home is the one who hasn't matured enough. Understanding that the environment at home, it's sacred. Okay? The inner peace of the family is sacred. The proper way to build the family, it's sacred. Right there. All right. Midheaven is at Capricorn in the next hour, which is 7 p.m. Squaring the sun, squaring Neptune, divine energies with the moon. Oh. Yeah, you gotta be this. You gotta put this into the vibes. You're gonna feel it within the energies. Hands down, but that's how it goes. And as the energies there, as the ascendant is together with the North Node, for right now, the moon, it's coming here very, very strongly about this. She's like, I know what the exit is. We will all have to learn to get alone. Togetherness. We are living, we're all living in separate houses, we're all living in a separate continents and separate. We are living in one earth. We have to be learned to get as a friends. And this is going to be some challenges because the authority wants what the authority wants. The authority wants to get this and it has to be my role. Yeah, but there is no balance. And let me tell you, when there is no balance about within Libra, Libra knows how to make the balance. One way or another, they know how to do it. So take a look what you have in Libra that hour. All right. 8 p.m. That is this positive energies from Taurus seeking at these material situations. But the material situations, or lack of it, of the material situations, they are connecting here from something in the past. of Lilith and the South Node. And the divine energy is going to be pointing out. We give you a chance, we give you opportunity, we give you this, we give you that. You didn't like it. It's the same thing with that sailor that he felt overboard, and he was praying to God. God, please send me somebody to save me. God sent him a dolphin. He didn't take it. Then he continued to pray. God, send me something. God sent him a piece of wood. He didn't grab that. God, send me a boat to someone into it. But there was no boat. So he drowned. He went to God and he's like, God, I prayed to you, you didn't say means nothing. And God is like, I send you a dolphin, I send you a wood, and it's still not appreciated. And this is a one of the things that some of you is going to be looking at in there, that when the divine was here for you, how did you act and react in there? That could be a connecting with total different stories. That can be connected to a real estate. That can be connecting into renting apartments and so on and so on and so on. For some of you, though, this could be actually total opposite. You're going to have this new opportunities coming into you. You're probably going to rent a new apartment. You're probably going to move to another place. Because you see it that in the past you did something that you didn't took the chances. Basically, you didn't got the dolphin. Now you saw the wood. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go catch up the wood. Right? So that's how this kind of like energy is going to come. And in the next hour at 9 o'clock, as the ascendant is going within the moon, the focus is going to be the intuition in Uranus. I don't have to say pretty much a lot about this energy. That's beautiful. The synchronizations is going to be working effortlessly. Why? You don't have the stagnancies anymore. You already know how the balance is. You already went through this day and so on. Yeah, it's still some challenges. It's still some issues. It's still some problems. But guess what? Now you're okay. Now you're okay. You're released. You're like, okay, now I got this green card. I got this ticket. I got this flow going within me. Now I know why I'm going there. Wherever you're going. All right. And the next hour, which is we're talking about at 10 o'clock, that energy is going to be pointing out to Jupiter. Are you grown up enough to get these energies of healing? Are you going to be looking at that midheaven that's going to be with Aquarius? Seeing it, those incoming energies inside and so on within you, you're going to take that charge of going forward into the age of Aquarius. You gain the understanding, you gain the new things, you understand the new things. But you are not let it go until you didn't learn. That was it. You had to learn. Once you learn it, you're going forward. Why? Because you have the understanding inside of you. All right. Talking about the next hour, here is that the moon is going to be squaring with the midheaven that is going to be at Pisces, but the ascendant at 11 o'clock. It is squaring the North Node, and it's squaring Lilith and so on. And this is going to be these pressures you've been dealing with. But if you're trusting yourself, if you did the right things to yourself, don't pay and put more attentions into the future that it's coming forward with negative thoughts. You're going to be materializing your fears. But use this positiveness that you are charged now. Why just not invest it there? Can you pay forward at happiness to your own self? If you put happy thoughts for the future. Just thinking about that. Okay, guys? That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and come here and come back the next time. Thank you so much, guys. and be loved.